Hi, and welcome to another episode of Well Aged Scotch. In this episode, I'll be comparing the Glenrothes to Glenmorangie 10 year. So I chose to compare both of these because they're at the opposite ends of what I would consider like how much you should spend for a good bottle of Scotch. So the Glenmorangie is about $40, and then Glenrothes would be about $60. So what I'm going to do is kind of see which one I prefer and why, and like some of the attributes that might overlap, and some reasons why I would pick one over the other in certain situations. All right, so without further ado, let's try them. So I've already done a review of both of those. So if you want to check out those, I can link it up, and you can go check those out. It's been a while since I did the Glenrothes. I think I did a re-review of the Glenmorangie 10 year because I think it's a good one to start off with when you're getting into the whole Scotch game. So I always give recommendation to that. But it's been a while since I had either of these, so I think this is pretty fair on like head-to-head comparison. So I'll start with doing the Glenrothes. Just put a little bit in there. Let it sit for a little while. And these are both good to compare with each other because they're both the Highland Scotches, so it's good. Alright, I think I did a little more Glenmorangie, but that's okay. I'll just leave them over here. Or you can look at the labels. Alright, so right off the bat with the Glenrothes, I feel like it's a little bit lighter than the Glenmorangie, and it's a little more harsh on the nose. I don't smell much on the Glenmorangie, and I'm not surprised because I know they talk about having the tallest stills, so only like really light vapors get out while they're distilling. So I feel like you're only gonna get those like nice light, clean smell to it. And Glenrothes has more of a just like I would say medium nose on it. It's not too overpowering, but it's not really light like the Glenmorangie. So I would say that the Glenrothes has kind of like a medium mouthfeel to it. It's not too overpowering. Gives like a good amount of flavor into it. It has that nice like classic whiskey taste to it. So I don't think there's not anything like special about it, but I think it's a good bet. Let me go over to the Glenmorangie. Let me try it again because I didn't get much on there, and it might be just because the Glenmorangie is so light. Yeah, so the Glenmorangie has like a very like nice light flavor to it. It has it's definitely lower. It's definitely like less than the Glenrothes when it comes to like the mouthfeel to it. Not much of a finish. I have to say I liked both the nose and the like mouthfeel for the Glenrothes. But which is interesting because usually I prefer Glenmorangie for pretty much anything. But I don't know. When I if I had to like break down which one that I would try first, I'd probably go with the Glenmorangie, because it's a lower price, and it's much easier to drink. I think it's like has a higher drinkability, but with the Glenrothes, I feel like it's one of those ones that once you have been drinking Scotch for a while, then you get used to the Scotch taste, and you're like, and you really get into it, and you can kind of taste the different levels of the Scotch. So I think this would be good for somebody that wants to try it. I don't think that is the best way to spend $60. I think that a lot of that price comes with just like the name. So if you happen to find one for good price, sure, go for it. But when it comes to just having like a nice bottle for a Highland, I think I'd probably go with the Glenmorangie, because you're not getting that much more out of it. But so I think they're both good, but gotta go with Glenmorangie 10-year. So if you have a preference, let me know. Maybe there's another one that I should do head to head with each other that you feel like are kind of on the opposite spectrum, and maybe one that's a lower price but has a lot of flavor to it. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'll definitely think on it and do a review of Scotch that fits that category. So anyway, that's all I have for this episode. Any questions, comments, just let me know. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.